So today we're just going to be planting some seeds. We have mainly quite a few greens to plant, and we're going to be mixing our own seed compost because we just feel like buying it is quite expensive.
Yeah, so we're going to try using a mixture of topsoil, bagged topsoil that is, with the just normal general purpose compost that we've got, and mixing that also with a little bit of perlite. We're going to try, what, two topsoil to one compost to one perlite?
Yeah, it's quite manure-y, the compost that we have, so we don't want it to be too strong for the seeds.
So we're going to give that a whirl. We're going to put it all through a sieve, so it's nice and airy and got no big lumps in it. Yeah, and then we'll get on with the planting. Now we're going to be planting into these module trays that we've had for a little while now. Yeah, we've actually cut them into slightly smaller pieces than what they normally are, just because we're not actually planting too many at the minute. We've only got a small sort of area we're really planting up, which is partly the bank behind us there, and then a few containers and stuff as well. So we're not actually really starting in the main garden as yet. We just wanted to plant a few things just to get us going. So we're just sieving out all the big bits, putting them in a separate container, and then we'll probably just use those as some mulch for some other plants. And then this is the greenhouse, the temporary greenhouse that we're actually going to be planting up into. These are our kale plant cuttings, which I think are looking healthy. These are Taunton Dean, which is a perennial kale, which will grow for many years, hopefully. And you can pick it all year. It's brilliant. We grew some at our last house, and it was great. We only had one plant, and it was fantastic. So yeah, it'd be nice to get these in the ground in not so long. Let's plant some seeds. Now we've got these seeds from a website called Incredible Vegetables, which I would highly recommend. Really informative. It's pretty much all perennials, which is sort of the direction we wanted to head in. They can send you out this lovely information leaflet.
And you get that for, you probably can't, if you can see much there, you get that for every seed that you order. So really handy if you've not worked with that seed before. So just planting some nasturtiums and calendulas. Nasturtiums, you can actually eat the leaves, if you didn't already know that. They're quite nice, the young leaves, nice and peppery. And then calendulas really just so they're pretty. I think you can eat the flowers of these. we haven't yet, but you can, and they just look nice, something, and they spread really well. So we've got here some Perennial wall rocket. So this apparently is a bit less likely to bolt. So we've grown rocket in the past and it's just bolted right away. So this is meant to not do that.
Welsh onions, not actually Welsh apparently, but you can cut them and they grow again. I must say we are by no means experts, we're just
amateur gardeners having a go,
experimenting.
But our aim eventually is to be fairly self-sufficient, not 100% self-sufficient, because there are things that we enjoy that we can't grow, like chocolate. So, but that, you know, it would be nice to be able to grow the majority of our fruit and vegetables. So because these are smaller seeds, we're just putting them in a seed tray filled with a little bit of water, only about a couple of centimetres, a centimetre or something, is that right?
Yeah.
Instead of watering them from the top, especially for the smaller seeds, just because we don't want them to wash away or overwater them. I'll just leave that in there for a few minutes.
These two lots of seeds here, we had to approach a little bit differently. I've not actually done this before, but we had to cold stratify them, which basically means simulating a winter essentially. So we put them in the fridge. The Caucasian spinach is recommended for 7 to 10 days. It's actually had just a little bit more than that, so hopefully they'll be okay. And then we've got Scots Lovage, which is 14 to 21 days, which is bang on for those. So the idea being is that you keep them cold for a period, they think it's winter, then you bring them out, put them in the slightly warmer weather, sort of once you planted them up, and then they think, oh, it's spring, and then they hopefully germinate. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. So just for comparison, this is how different sizes some of the seeds can be. These are, well, look to me just like poppy seeds, really tiny little things. These quite a bit bigger, makes it a lot easier to plant them, to be honest. These are tiny. What I'm actually doing here, I'm just kind of figuring out as I go along, is dipping this little lollipop stick just in a tiny bit of water. These seeds are actually really hard to to pick off the kitchen roll. So I'm just kind of dabbing it on them, just picks them up, and then just trying to flick them back off into the trays.